Mm-hmm.
Dr. Pepper Zero is my personal favorite zero at the moment.
Okay, all right.
Uh,
A&W is pretty awesome too.
I do like, and I don't even like when I was a big soda fan. A&W wasn't high on my root beer list, but as zeros go, that's probably the highest one for me.
I think it's the better one.
Yeah,
I
it's
think
probably
the
the
better
best
one.
one when it comes to that no calorie thing.
The
Uh,
Virgil suck.
yeah,
They're
you know what sucks?
terrible.
And this may be just a Texas thing.
This is a
Big
Virgil.
Red Zero sucks. Big Red's one of my favorite sodas of all time, and their zero
Yeah.
shit, dude.
I mean, Big Red is perfect the way it is.
I guess that's it. I guess because when you drink it, that's not Big Red, and you just kind of like,
Yeah. It's like a cream soda. Diet cream sodas are like, what are you doing? What's the
yeah, what
point?
are you doing?
This is fair. This is fair.
Welcome everybody to Sake and Sumo.
Oh
I'm
yeah.
Caleb. There's my host Justin, and we have a special guest today, JJ from Honu Sumo. And
Hey.
Maximum Effort is what your YouTube channel is called. Please.
Yes, Maximum Effort Studios.
Okay, for those who haven't watched it, please watch it. They have
Please.
they have your normal stuff, but they have a fantastic thing called Why Sumo, which is one of my favorite TV series on YouTube at the moment. It's probably
Yes.
like my second or third favorite. It's fantastic. It's a great idea, and you do it great, and I love it, man. Glad
I,
you.
I am I am so bummed that so many like some of the Y Sumo interviews that you've had recently like have had people have been so eloquent in a lot of the things that they've said, and then I look back on mine and I'm like, God, I'm such an idiot. Like why can't I just say things like better? I was
Oh no,
like,
no, no.
I
There's a
don't
chapter two coming. There
I
has to be a Justin Kizzer chapter two.
it was so bad. I would I because we were in North Carolina. We
We're in
just
North Carolina.
that shit.
Also, my audio was off. Everything was off. So this is
We
I'm
need like
learning.
a
I'm
fireside
growing. But
chat.
definitely when you're in San Diego, and I don't know, probably one of the two times you're going to be in San Diego this year,
Right.
I can steal you away and do another Sumo.
I will be there for. I'm actually because I haven't seen LA like the LA homies for a while since because the pandemic was bullshit. So I'm going in a week early from SoCal. So like that way I can do my little time with my LA friends and then get an Airbnb and then just do some San Diego time. I gotta go. I'm gonna play golf in San Diego as well. Maybe that Wednesday because I've heard
Okay.
there's a lot of really good golf courses in.
There's Torrey
Oh,
Pines. There's a few spots out there. I don't know how to golf, so I won't join you.
you should try. I don't know. It's a
Yeah.
it's a really cool thing for ex sumo wrestlers. Like a lot of ex sumo wrestlers play
And
golf
we
now.
ain't X yet. We
I,
ain't
I, well,
yet.
I know, but it's a
We're
thing
over
that
time.
sumo wrestlers
We
do.
got plenty of time. We may be old, but we ain't done yet. So we're here to talk sumo.
Akuho plays golf.
Okay.
Kakaryu plays golf.
Okay, we get it. We get it, Justin. We get it. We're not giving you shit. We're just saying we're not X yet. So we're here to talk about the New Year's sumo. We're going to go through three things today: the January professional sumo, and the two first amateur sumos of the year, which have become a thing as the two first amateur sumo things of the year. San Antonio's METT, San Diego's SoCal.
Yeah.
Everybody's excited. It sounds weird. We actually like the fact that there's multiple sumo things now because not everybody can afford to continually go to Texas or continue to go to California. So when you have
Right.
close tournaments together, you don't have the money, you can make a decision. And I kind of like that now. It gives us more options. And I just wanted to say that some people kind of get like, oh man, that's really close together. I'm like, you can make a decision now. That's great.
Yeah.
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 The more
It's a
sumo.
it's I think it's a good problem, right?
Mhm.
Now the people in California can they can choose, and then if they want to go to Texas, and then I think we have some people in Texas that are coming to California, so
Yeah.
they're going to do both, right? If you have that capacity,
Well,
because if
that's
you
the
think
lucky
about
thing.
it,
That's the lucky thing. One feels local, like, and it can be vice versa from Cali to Cali or Texas. You do one local from on the Texas side. I go cool, local, low cost, and then my travel, dunzo. And so and vice versa. Cali got their one travel, and then boop, local, drive down.
Yeah.
It's fantastic, and I was planning on going with Justin this year, but I won't be able to because the Nationals is going to be there in San Diego this year, and I'm gonna have to save up to do that. So I
I
wouldn't
understand that. All you people in Texas, please don't be afraid of the SoCal Open just because Nationals is in San Diego. I'm sorry.
That's just money. I'm not afraid of SoCal. That's just money.
They're so far apart.
I know.
January 1st into February.
I make so many trips in a year. I don't make a bunch.
I totally get it. I just
there are cheap tickets.
It gets a little scary because Nationals is always going to be Nationals. Unfortunately, fortunately, no one can own Nationals. We all know who I'm talking about. You know who you are. You can't own. But like SoCal is our club's thing, right? Just like the Met is your club's thing, or the Consulates Cup is your guys' thing, right? There's something a little special. We're putting in our heart and soul, trying to make something that's like generational for the next sumo wrestler that comes up in our clubs that would want to host.
Yeah, I was very excited doing that one last year, and so that's my annual pilgrimage back to SoCal, because I mean for the longest time, and JJ, you know this, like I mean they're like from what it is now to where you're like having to make choices of things to go to versus in the beginning where the only thing that people really did was either Nationals and the U.S. Open, and
that was two. There was
kind of,
but very few people went.
Yeah. There was a few. There'd be like the Midwest and San Antonio and like a couple of people.
But there was amazing, yeah.
But it wasn't like. But now there's big ones, major ones. Like you pretty much you got your year mapped out. Of like boom. I'm hitting this one. I'm hitting this one. I'm hitting the that the Dallas Rollertown one's fucking funky because that weird team thing. All right, cool.
Yeah,
like
have no hotels in the city they do it in. That's still the
I mean, it used to be I don't know, like what's it called? The Atlanta boys had a good one, and I really wish the
Georgia Open.
Yeah, wasn't that was fun? But it just
go, but because that last year they did was the first year I started, and I was like, I'll go next year, and then I didn't realize that was going to be the last one because
it had the potential of really be like growing. I don't know what really happened. I think there's a lot of conflict between the anime festival that was happening and the time that they were allotting for sumo, and they almost treated sumo like a redheaded stepchild, and it was like, motherfucker, this is the one event that it like everybody in the damn place would like. I mean, it was like they'd stop.
More Asian festivals are starting to get that. We had two that happened in Texas a lot.
Asian festivals are respecting sumo.
They're starting to because they had those little things afterwards, like, "Hey, what'd you like?" and stuff. And when sumo's there, the amount of people are like, "The sumo stuff was awesome." Whether it's just a demo or a full tournament, people are like, "We like coming and watch the sumo. That's fun."
That's been really cool. How San Diego Sumo, Honu Sumo has been able to do the SoCal API Fest, the Asian Pacific Islander Fest, and it was pretty cool. I ended up picking up a little bit too much work. I ran the whole dojo area, so it was taekwondo, judo, jujitsu. I kind of ran everything, but the big thing was showing sumo, which people were popping for. That's what they wanted to see.
Yeah.
So hold on, Justin. Tell us about the Honu Sumo. What makes it unique for your city, and why people should come and wrestle at that one this February.
All right. So the SoCal Open is a unique tournament because in California, we're the only one that is focusing on domestic sumo wrestlers, including kids, teens. And when I say kids, I'll have some 5-year-olds out there and like little tiny mawashis. I'll have teenagers that want to get a couple in before like nationals. I'm really trying to see if we can get more teams so that we can maybe beat someone like PC Junior. You know what I mean? Like if I can get one of those guys.
I
And
mean, your
then
SoCal Open last year debuted two of the Rising Stars, the juniors,
Two of the
yeah.
four. Yeah, two of the four. That's half.
like Gianni and Surfer Boy Malik.
And the one of the best things about that is they immediately have this nice little rivalry against each other, and it's like it's fun. It's like me and Justin, or Justin and Joe, right? It's a very like fun. They kind of poke at each other a little bit, but they also drive each other. And Gio is like super into it, and
It
Malik,
makes
you're
everybody
like,
excited. Like you're like, oh, when they call up Malik on the west side, Gianni on the east side, you know what it is. You know what I mean? Like when me and JJ go, it's just, they're like,
I was
yeah.
insane because
let's go.
I noticed Perry and Ben, the other two of the four that we're talking about.
Oh yeah.
It's very similar to like me and Justin and our rivalry. Like they like do stuff like that. They'll like hit each other like this, their elbows and stuff, and they'll give each other crap. But they also like just like hanging out with each other. And I'm like, that's really awesome. I love the feature.
Well, I think that's what makes like sumo so different, right? Because I've done wrestling, I've done judo, I've done jujitsu, I've done Muay Thai, all kinds of different things. But when you have a rival and then afterwards you're like hanging out, getting drinks, making fun of stuff, right? Just Justin's talking about how he's passing his best booty in sumo off to the next person. I'm like, all right, like this is fucking fun. This is awesome. In the heat of it, it looks like we hate each other, but when we're
everybody
done, we're
Cornelius.
great.
Everybody gets corny crap.
Corny can't. Well, you know what? Yeah, corny takes.
Dude, Corny thought I was giving him crap the last time I saw him.
Yeah.
Because I told him there was peanut butter somewhere, and he goes, "Are you fucking with me?" I'm like, "Whoa." And I'm like, dude, my government name might be Justin, but I am not Justin Kizzard, all right? And he's like, okay, cool.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Yo, Corny stay on high alert, dog.
Wait a minute. That reminds me, Justin, did you see the new Y Sumo with the DMV? Did you
I'm sorry.
Let him get back.
Sorry. I love
Justin.
Go ahead. Yes.
Did you see the new Y Sumo with the DMV? The guy who started the DMV in Washington.
You see my 3 comments I left with him?
I just love the fact that like his favorite sumo wrestler.
Uncle Seho, shut the fuck up!
Sorry, Justin.
He looked at me. And he was like, JJ's going to be upset. I was like, wrong Justin.
I love that part. I was like, oh, you goddamn right. I even timestamped it. I was like, man, I thought you was the homie. God damn it.
But another thing that we're doing for SoCal Open is I have to give props to my senpai, Justin. We got medals while we were in Japan from the same place that you got them. Different pose. I'm hoping. I really hope.
That's awesome.
I'm pretty sure. But they're fucking rad.
Aren't they fire?
They're amazing.
Fucking company in Japan, and they're weighted. I mean, they feel good, dude.
They're not only weighted, but they're like sumo. They're sumo, which so at the World Sumo Championship, the juniors got those same medals. The adults did not. But I think the adult medals, personal opinion, I don't have a world medal. That's not my thing. But I did not like it as much as those medals. That's my own personal opinion. But those ones for World Combat Games, those are better.
Those are fire. Those work. I saw that shit. And God, one day I'm gonna ball out and make some money. And like they have you've seen the tall trophy ones.
Mm-hmm.
They've got the guy. There's 2 of them. There's a guy either with his hands out like that because he's doing like chirichozu, and or the kind of yoke. It looks like he has a keshimawashi or whatever. But the price on those, I mean, a little more sponsorship support for consulates to pull that off.
The open weight has a special medal, or it's not even a medal, it's a trophy. It's a trophy. I don't want to give too much away, but you're going to have to check it, right? So there's only
Hey,
two.
only first place gets
Only the first place. Only the first place.
Okay, it's fine. That's fine.
So yeah, you're pretty good at open. I
You are really
suck.
good.
The best open I've ever done was at the Consulates Cup recently. That was the only time that I've placed.
Yeah.
You got
Dude, I almost played
Jake.
last weekend. God damn it, in Houston, and then fucking Dallas boy took me all the way the fuck out. I was messed up, and then just I just pretty much had to hand it to fucking my student. But I would
Who took my ass out? Fucking Chad. God damn it.
Yeah, Chad's looking kind of yoked right now.
He's looking like he doesn't.
All he's doing is lifting weights. This nigga's like in prison. All he's doing is lifting weights.
Can I say something real quick? Because I've had this idea for a while, and I don't know. I doubt I'll do it this year, but something I wanted to do. I also had to convince Tom that it's okay. I wanted to do it in the open weight because the Met has the team tournament, but then the open weight tournament, first place gets like a customized wrestling belt for the men and the women. That's like sumo like related because there's a lot of custom belts out there and they want to do stuff.
Find somebody who makes a Kesha Mawashi. That would be fire. Nobody's done that in the US. I'm just saying.
I'm just saying I would love to have a wrestling champion belt because those things are fucking fire in my opinion. Those things are cool looking things ever.
Guys, when we're off the air, let's talk about doing something like that. I have somebody that
nobody's still these fucking ideas.
It's okay. If you could try to do it, it won't be as good as what we're gonna do. All right. The three of us we'll talk about it.
The fact. So yeah. Okay. So the Honu Sumo the SoCal is a rad freaking tournament. I hope you bring back the intro music. It's the main reason I want to go is because
mandatory. So the way that the intro music works, first of all, I get some of the old cats were really upset that there's music playing in this and that. I honestly don't give a fuck. I really like music during martial arts. That's my thing.
That is your signature thing, sir.
Exactly.
That is your.
So we're going to continue doing that. But if you so there's a questionnaire in the sign up. So if there's if you get to the final match, you will have a walkout song. Right. So you get to pick out your walkout song. Now for the streaming, I'm going to work my best on fixing that so people can hear it. It's very complicated and I don't want to get taken down because I just got momentum.
Oh, that's true. Dude, all I know is I'm coming back out to my same shit. I came out to Nirvana. I was like, come as you are.
It was perfect. It was perfect. You came out at the right time. I'm also I'm trying to look through some of the legalities of the venue that I'm using. If everything pops off right, there might be a little bit of lights and maybe smoke.
Wow. Already, just with the music alone, I felt like a UFC fighter. And now you trying to I was like, God damn, I felt I don't know, I felt hyped. I was
like I said, I will not be able to afford 2 plane tickets to San Diego this year. However, I will get out there. That's one of the ones I really want to do. That's an important one for me. That one is one of the big ones. I want to do that one, and I want to help out the Midwest guys because they're trying very hard. Those are huge for me.
Here, I told myself I was going to go to one Midwest thing. I more than likely will go to anything that Jake puts on. So because that man, he supports all of us, and so if Jake says I'm the sponsor of this thing, then I'll take my ass out to the Midwest.
Yeah, same. We'll work it out together. We'll get together and make it cheaper for us to fucking go. You and me, Justin.
We're going to corn country.
I might have to book up with you guys on that one because I definitely want to go out to the Midwest too. But all of our trips add up.
I know. It's hard. Starting to have a lot of things. The only coast that's not doing anything much is the East Coast, which but
they have Florida
now. But do you really consider Florida East Coast?
It's literally on the.
Or is it it's the penis of America? It's the South.
True. On the East Coast. It's literally
it does hang low though. It does hang low.
It does hang low.
Horny.
Okay. All right.
All right.
We're gonna move on. I want to move on to the Met real quick. The Mighty Eagle Team Tournament. For those who don't know, uh, so what is unique about ours is we try to put ours on like the classic amateur sumo wrestlers do in Japan. I don't like people usually go, we try to do traditional sumo, but when they say traditional, is they mean pro. Amateurs do their own thing. And the most things they do in high school, junior high, college, even the clubs that from towns and stuff, they go together and have tournaments and stuff. They
get hype.
They get hype. It is really awesome. But they do team tournaments and then they do an open weight. And that
it's kind of like Hinamaru Sumo?
Exactly
Yeah.
Exactly like Hinamaru Sumo. And that was the tournaments that Tom Zabel did when he was stationed in Japan and when he learned sumo. That's what he was known, because the club that he was at, they wanted to get some white guys from the military to join. So they had a white guy, American team dictating these tournaments because it was a draw. Like, oh, hey, yes, Americans. It was a draw. And so that's the tournaments he did. And then I said, hey, why don't we just do that? No one's doing that. Yeah. Instead of just doing the classic thing, let's do this and make it our thing. So far, it's been pretty good. Because I think a lot of people want to see what their club can do as a club.
Yes. And depending upon like how you, I'm not going to give away my strategy, but maybe I'm just going to shut up. Never mind. I think I enjoy.
No. Do tell. Go for it.
What is your strategy, sir? What is your strategy?
No, but never mind. I think it's very interesting. It's very important to understand, almost like in a relay, your first man out and your anchor and all these kinds of things. Yeah. And so I think we're gonna do all right this year. I will say, Dark Circle. Well, we're missing one person, but Dark Circle's gonna bring 2 women's teams. Oh, I got.
He doesn't know how he does. I don't know how he does it.
Okay. Dark Circle's gonna do 2 teams. Okay, we have 2 women's team and 2 men's team. We are missing 1 woman and 1 man to make but I am working hard to make those complete. But we going with 4. I'm trying to snatch shit. We've got a strategy. So
we might have multiple teams yourself this year. We definitely do with the guys. We have at least 2, maybe 3 teams.
San Antonio's has been racking up new members.
Yeah, and if I can get a few of the old members back, I think I have 2 of the girls back. I'd like to get 1 other girl. I may get Elizabeth, maybe Nicole. I'm trying to get one of them back in time because I miss both of them to freaking come out and wrestle. That'd be fantastic.
Women's sumo misses San Antonio's women's.
Yes, we dominated that for so long. We dominated women's. It was pretty much us in LA that had all the women. And now we have none. And I'm trying really hard. Granted, they had kids. What are you going to do?
They're all blasting out babies.
And blasting out babies. Whatever. We have the future Mighty Eagle Sumo coming. We got a whole freaking lot of them.
Like all of them plus all of Jay's kids.
Yes.
I know.
That one, his little son, Billy, he hit me so hard when he was practicing his Tachiai. I was like, whoo.
No, we've got 2, my student Billy, his 2 daughters always come and they like to, they love doing sumo. I need to, anyways, continue.
Okay, so the Mighty Eagle Team Tournament does that. In Japan, they usually do 5-on-5. Sometimes they have 3-on-3. Sometimes they have 7-on-7. But usually it's 5-on-5. We, to make it easier for clubs right now, do 3-on-3, which works with it because not everybody has enough people to travel. Not everybody has enough people to travel, and then you get to just test your club.
And if you don't have, if you show up and you don't have 3, what can you do?
Okay, so there's always extra people showing up.
Yeah.
Say, hey, we'll do open weight, and we want to join the team if we can.
Kind of hodgepodge them together with another.
Kind of throw them in to fill in the things. If you only have 2 people, hey, there's another person here. Like if Justin can't figure out enough people to figure out his teams, but he has like an extra person. He can like
We're
have.
like, Edo, just get on over here.
I'm trying really hard to get Raj to come out. They wanted to last year, but then one of them couldn't make it. So the other two were like, Eric and Ella were like, okay, well, if we can't do this as a team, we're not going. And I'm like, no.
Oh, give me
Yeah.
one.
I also want the Del Torre brothers to come out. There's three of them. I think that'd be awesome. I would
Oh,
like San Diego to come
side
in at
note,
some point, but I get it. It's close to their tournament, but I would like to see them as a team.
I do want to give a quick shout out to Angel. We have created a new rivalry at the SoCal where if Angel beats me or if I beat Angel, either way, that's the person who's buying beers that night. And he has been talking shit to me in the DMs.
Oh, he's been talking shit publicly. He's been calling you old man this,
oh
old
yeah,
man that.
oh
Also,
yeah.
he gets it twisted. He starts adding me in every so often, and he says, "Okay, old man." And so I had to fuck him up the last time he was at home. He was like, "Oh, I'll do judo," so I beat him up. Oh, I'll do some nogi. I choked him out. Like, dude,
so I need to earn my beers back. He has one on me. I need to earn my beers back. I would probably prefer to do some jujitsu. By the way, I mean if he's down for some jujitsu, okay, that levels the playing field. If we just scrambling on the ground, okay, but I need to earn my beers back.
And speaking of JJ, I really want to take you on now because we've only had one actual match against each other.
You beat me so bad, though.
I wanted to see what it's like now. Now that you're at the middleweight.
Which tournament did you?
So it was at the Cowboy Cup. And I tried for like a ski nage. I was like, oh, and I started to pull, and you're like, no, I do with Justin all the time. And everything stopped. And then you turned back into me. I was like, oh, shit.
Yeah. How do you think I feel? Every time I'm all, oh, you mother. And you know what's fun? Nobody ever hears this, but me and Caleb are talking shit to each other. Like, we're literally like these. It's like when we're locked up, we're like, you motherfucker.
My favorite one I said to him once, I said, "What are you old? What are you old?" And that pissed him off.
Like, no, fuck you. We softly talk shit to each other. Like,
that's good. That's good.
But yes, come down. Rolling Oaks marred in the Asian Festival this year, February 10th. And demo on the 11th, we're getting drunk at my house afterwards. I have my brother running karaoke that night at my house. So, and I'm making my own cider, which Justin he can tell you my cider is bomb. My cider is badass.
Okay, all right. Are you a champagne yeast cider guy?
No, for the hard ciders I use dry ale. Because you use a lot of sugar in ciders, and the dry ale makes it like taste closer. Not beer like, but it doesn't makes it so sweet.
It's not sweet.
It's not as sweet. It just tastes like.
I don't do sweet.
It comes from the fruit mainly, and I'm giving my shit away. I don't want to do that.
Okay.
Don't give it secrets. Just make them drink it.
True. He asked me a question. I have to keep talking when someone asks me about my.
Sorry, I used to work at a brewery for like 5 years, so I kind of get into the building of beer and such.
Well, I went to school to become a chef. I went to culinary school, but working in it, I don't like working in the restaurant business my whole life. I don't like cooking anymore, except for alcohol. For some reason, that was the only one that I'm like, oh, this will be fun. Let's do some stuff with this.
I love making alcohol.
You love drinking alcohol.
I love drinking alcohol, but then making it myself makes it even taste sweeter.
Speaking of, what you drinking tonight, Mr. Kizzard?
Oh, tonight, as in the entire holiday this week, is sponsored by tequila. With a twist of lime.
Okay. A twist? That looks like a whole lime, buddy.
It's like a whole lime. There ain't nothing twisty about that.
Listen, gotta water it down.
Used to be a bartender.
I just kind of like, well, because I didn't want to like pull. I just keep using the same glass, so I just was like, oh well, and another lime. I just keep adding them in there.
Okay.
Makes sense. Yeah. Me tonight, I'm just doing Dos Equis. We'll have some sake soon because I got this gorgeous sake set.
Nothing wrong with it.
Christmas. So me and Justin are gonna get together and have some sake sometime. We haven't been together for a while. It will happen somehow.
have to
Somehow.
just go to let's go to Texas Sake like we used to.
Yeah.
Oh, that Consulate's Cup party where Edo got drunk. Oh, what a
Oh Lord. No, the worst. Well, I don't know who was worse, Eric or Edo, but
Edo. He fell asleep in the toilet in the bathroom.
Edo wasn't used to it. I think Eric's used to getting fucked up. Edo obviously not used to it.
Eric fell asleep on stage and shit. But
this is true. They both fell asleep. One person went and slept where people take shit. So worse.
Oh, this is true. Yep, Edo did.
Okay. Before we get too far off, we still got to cover the professional sumo, the first year, and we are.
Keep it tight. I have all my notes right here. I got
all right. How do you want to start then? I'll let you lead this, Justin, if you want to, since you have all the notes.
Well, let's start at the bottom. Let's start in Juryo. There's only for me, there's only two actual shout outs in Juryo for people who are, coming who oh no, I guess there's only one. Which is Toki Hayate. I forget he jumped up to Juryo 6. But everything else is kind of like is a sad, they've all fallen from grace kind of thing. It was a lot of them. Banana Tits, Kagayaki has fallen. He fell hard. I mean, he went down to Juryo 7. And then the other sad thing, these three dudes, they made their debut into the top division and got a taste of reality, and then had to drop back down to Juryo, which was your boy Roga from Russia. Kitanowaka.
He'll come back.
Yeah. Will he though?
Yeah, Roga's got some skills. He just has to learn that it gets harder, that he has to, in my opinion, he has to learn that it's gonna get harder. He needs to work harder.
Yeah.
Right now, he has one of those things that Abby thing where it's like, well, I don't have to change. I'm winning. And then not till you start losing, you go, maybe I do have to work hard. There are people like that. Some people are just
I hope Hokuseiho falls from grace. Just saying, really don't like tree trunks. And I hope that he has some kind of like where he falls down to Juryo and he's like, maybe I should like move my hips.
He's not going to though. He's not going to. Like he did better this last Basho, but he's moving a little, but I think that's all he's got because he's still not getting glow. He's standing straight up. He's not even trying. He's getting to that same position, and he's so weird with that overhand, but he's not like cranking down on it or anything.
No. He doesn't have to.
It's weird.
Yeah. Because he's so long. It's not a full reach. He's just kind of like, well, I'm just here.
Yeah, but you would think that he would at least crank down just a little bit, right?
Yeah.
No, he has like in all 15 days, I think he might have did it once. I'm like, dude, come on.
It's important. It's very important. You can't just be resting. Yeah, but he has the body and the strength of freaking Akebono. If he would go to pushing, I swear he'd kill people.
He doesn't have the strength of Akebono.
I think he does. Because the best wrestlers in the world right now can't move this man. They just can't. That's insane. If he just came out and pushed, like Akebono used to do, he would just.
But you can't if you're not a pusher. It's hard to learn to push. Like it's like I look at Eric and I'm like, I could do that. I try. I fucking look like a piece of shit. I can't do it. You know what I mean? And I'm like actively trying. I'm not saying that I'm anywhere near a pro or anything along those lines, but like little steps, right?
You get it.
Yeah.
You get it.
Because people, that's the thing that drives me nuts when people on the internet talk about pushing sumo wrestlers and they're like, oh, they're just strong. They don't even do any technique. I'm like, try to push somebody. Try to push somebody who doesn't want to be pushed. It is so hard. It takes
somebody who doesn't want to be pushed, and then also track that motherfucker, track that at different angles, and also know when to gauge power and when to pull off the throttle. Because if you go, fucking oh no show style, and you're gonna eat a face full of dirt.
And
Yeah.
timing alone, the timing of the hit is where I have an issue. I'm usually still here. I'm not in the push when I hit somebody. My timing's never right because you got to be like when you're hitting them, you have to already be exploding into them. And my timing's always I hit them and then I try to explode. It's too late. I slowed down my momentum. Um, that's what makes a really good pusher, in my opinion. They just know exactly when to hit somebody.
Yeah.
They got that timing down. Anyway, so.
Well, also in Jurio, we've got, which I have to give a shout out to all my little thick boy club members. Koto Echo has dropped down and fallen from grace. He is Jurio 4. Koto Echo is Jurio 4.
4 is nothing.
It's
like a double-digit win. They'll probably shoot up next time.
Yeah. Also, he's just gonna fucking throw people out there. He's just gonna throw them around.
I know he'll be back up. I'm not so much worried about him. Kakayaki and Roga and stuff. They might be sitting there for a little bit, but Koto Echo, he'll fight his little way back through a mouse hole, and we'll see. I will one last little shout out. Unfortunately, I fall from grace, but like can't be helped. Hakuoho. Surgery.
He's not Jurio though?
Oh, he is Makuchita.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Which dude, I would hate to be those new guys in Makushita who are just like,
yeah.
That's gonna be my two
this guy.
That's gonna be my two favorite things for 2024, in my opinion. Other than the fact that I think the top guys are gonna start dominating a little bit again, like the 3 Ozekis we have.
Right. We'll get to it in a minute.
Hakuoho and Wakakage are gonna fucking find their shit when they get healed enough, and then they're just gonna start coming back up. And I'm hoping to see both of them in the top division at the end of the year. And I
can see that.
Have to work it. Wakakage has to change his style because his knees aren't gonna be able to hold that 90-degree fucking parallel to the ground shit that he's been doing for all this time.
Yeah.
The most amazing thing I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Wakakage gets low enough. He gets so low that it's like when you imagine you're doing sumo and you're like wrestling somebody, and then a video later you're like, "Oh, I wasn't that low."
I look like I was standing straight up.
Yeah, that's exactly. I know y'all felt it too. We are like, "Oh, I was low. I was awesome," and you watch the video and you're like, "Oh no."
I was actually really high. Ah, fuck. It just felt good in my mind.
But he did it, dude. His legs would get his knees. He had knees of steel.
Yeah.
But him, Hakuoho. That's what I'm pumped about for 2024. Those two guys.
Oh, yes. So we've got, let me go through my notes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dudes who bounced there. Now that we're talking about the ones who have fallen from grace, there are 5 dudes who have blossomed themselves back to the top level. And one of them being big old swinger tits.
Aoyama. Yes. No nipples. I love them.
Them no nips is back. They back. The Bulgarian Bulge is back. He is coming in at Maegashira 16. Okay. And then of course, our boy that we fucking have shared a dohyo with and I have butskaried with has made his debut. Onosato.
Yes.
And he jumps in at M16. Or I'm sorry, M15. Sorry. He jumps in at M15.
Yeah, let me check.
Let me tell you something. He remembers all of us from America from the World Games.
Oh, we hang out in the back and shit.
Dude, when we were at the World Sumo Championship, he saw me and he was like, "Hey, USA!" And then we went over and then he was like hanging out and we hung out for way too long. It was me, him, Mencken, a few other people from the US. Of course, I was just like freaking out that he remembered us. And then Miyagi was there.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so and we're all hanging out. I started handing them like the Honu Sumo stickers, and they're like, "Hell yeah." And then I gave him a bunch, and he's like, "I'm gonna give them to everyone in the stable." I'm like,
yeah. That's so awesome.
Yes.
That is the coolest shit ever. You just made yourself more cool now, JJ. I didn't think that was possible, but you found a way and you did it.
You've leveled up, sir. Well, with that beautiful. You ate the turtle shell. We've got we talked about Onosato, we talked about Aoyama, Koto Shoho, who actually beat him. Koto Shoho beat Onosato in that last tournament. So of course they jumped him one more. So he's Maegashi at 14. And a brand newcomer. He's never touched the top division. We've got Shimazumi, who is he's new, but he's coming in at my gosh at a 17, and someone who's already been there but coming back like Aoyama Bushozan at my gosh at a 16.
Nice. I like him.
I think this run's going to be way better for him.
Yeah, Bushozan, he's still. It's like I gotta see some development. I gotta see some development to me.
Oho makes me depressed.
Oh. It makes me a little depressed too because I see how talented he is, and then I swear I said this on the show 1,000 times. So I'm sorry, guys, if you hear me repeat it. It's a confidence thing. I don't think he believes that he should be up there, but he, our new shoot.
Did you see him fight with Hoshoryu at the Jungo?
Hoshoryu, yeah, Hoshoryu says like I want him to get up higher because he has a losing record against Oho, and he's like I want to fight that guy again. But like
they were fighting hard a few weeks ago 2 weeks ago at the Jungyo sorry, I gotta give a shout out because this has never ever freaking happened in my wife's hometown. Nobody knows where Amagasaki is, and they just had the final Jungyo in Amagasaki because it's like everybody who thinks about Texas, they go, oh yeah, I know where Austin is, I know where San Antonio is, but like if you were like, oh, I'm from Kyle, you know what I mean, like Kyle or Buda, that like it's these in-betweener ones, and my wife's town is stuck between Osaka and Kobe, and it's just these little in-betweener towns like Amagasaki, Nishinomiya, and a couple of other ones. But they had a Jungyo in her town. She freaked out, texted her. She was like, oh my God, it's a 15-minute walk from my in-laws' house. I was like, why are we not there right now? Like we could have gone to see a free Jungyo. Like
next time, like plan that shit out better, Justin.
Yeah, I mean, who knew? Who fucking knew? I don't know, but apparently her dad, my father-in-law knew. He knew that it happened, but he had to work that day, and I was like, fuck. He was like, yeah, but I thought about you, Justin. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. Anyways, I wanted to give a shout out on that. But at that Jungyo, fucking Hoshoryu went in on Oho. He just kept calling him back because Oho beat him. I think they fought 6 times.
Yeah.
And because the first 2 times he beat Haas, and Haas, you know, with seniority, got back in the ring and called his ass back. He was like, nah. We doing that again. We running that shit back. And there was some little tension or whatever, but it was pretty
push each other. Everybody's got that person to push them, especially like in practice and shit or in tournaments. You got those usually multiple people that you're like, oh, it's time. It's go time. Where even though you're going as hard as you can, some reason that person pushes that little bit of extra out on you. There's those people that do that.
Who are you guys most excited about for this Basho coming up? Because the format that I usually follow is I find one person and I'm like, this is my dude. And sometimes I'll go with the hot person, right? The Hakuoho, he's hot, he's in there, like let's go. Yeah. Even though during that time I really wanted to go with Gonoyama, to be completely honest, because he's fucking violent and wild, and I think that's awesome. And he's a little hairball too, so that makes me a little bit more happier. And then I have Menken that's absolutely in love with Hoshoryu.
Yeah, he should be. Yeah. But the Gonoyama, he has that same kind of thing that we're just talking about with Takeisho, because they're the same age. Takeisho got up to that top thing like that by the time he was 22, and Gonoyama's still working his way up. And so he's all like, fucking shit, I need to fight this guy hard. So I like that. That was some of my favorite in the last couple tournaments. And when those two face off, it's freaking amazing. So those are going to be fun to watch.
Gonoyama has reached his all-time high of Maegashira 3.
Woo, that's in the joy now.
Yeah, he's in there. He's in there like swimwear. And there like I don't want to jump up to M3 yet. We still have a few down at the bottom. I do want to give one quick old man shout out because we are all of age. And
Man of a certain age.
I think JJ's the only one who's younger than this man, Tamawashi. And he is
How old is he?
38, 39.
Yes, I'm still younger. Whew.